Millionaires on the move, a British exodus? The UK is in a bit of a pickle. It's not just any ordinary pickle, though. It's a complex, multi-layered situation that has everyone from economists to everyday citizens scratching their heads. See, UBS, a big bank, made a prediction, and it's not the kind of prediction you can just shrug off. It's a forecast that has serious implications for the future of the UK. They said by 2028, the UK will lose a lot of millionaires, like a lot. We're talking about a significant portion of the country's wealthiest individuals packing their bags and heading for greener pastures. More than any other country. Not ideal. This isn't just a minor blip on the radar, it's a trend that could reshape the economic landscape of the nation. It's like finding out your favorite pub is closing. You know, the one where you have all your best memories. Except this time it's not just a pub. Except instead of a pub, it's your economy. The very backbone of the nation's financial health is at stake. And instead of beer, it's wealthy people. These are the individuals who contribute significantly to the economy through investments, taxes, and spending. Why are they leaving, you ask? Well, it's complicated. There isn't just one reason. It's a myriad of factors coming together to create a perfect storm. Brexit is a factor, obviously. The uncertainty and changes brought about by Brexit have made many reconsider their future in the UK. High taxes aren't helping either. The tax burden on the wealthy has been a point of contention for years, and it's finally reaching a tipping point. And the political scene? Let's just say it's about as stable as a Jenga tower built by a toddler. The political instability is making it hard for anyone to feel secure about their investments and future in the UK. This isn't just about rich people leaving, it's about the ripple effects that their departure will have on the entire country. It's about what happens to the UK after they're gone. The economic shifts could be profound, affecting everything from real estate to job markets. Will the economy take a nosedive? The loss of so much wealth could lead to a significant downturn, impacting businesses and public services. Will houses in Kensington become giant pigeon coops? The real estate market could see dramatic changes, with luxury homes sitting empty and losing value. These are the questions keeping economists up at night. They're trying to predict and mitigate the potential fallout, but the future remains uncertain. Well, that and the existential dread we all feel. So buckle up, Buttercup. We're in for a bumpy ride as we navigate these uncharted waters. We're about to dive into the world of millionaire migration and what it means for the UK. This isn't just a local issue, it's part of a global trend that could redefine economic powerhouses. Spoiler alert, it's not pretty. The storm clouds are gathering and the forecast isn't looking good. But hey, at least it's interesting, right? The unfolding drama is something that will keep us all on the edge of our seats, watching to see how it all plays out. Remember Brexit? That whole conscious uncoupling from the EU? Turns out it's not all sunshine and roses, especially for the wealthy. See, Brexit has injected a healthy dose of uncertainty into the UK economy, and when rich people get nervous, they move their money faster than you can say offshore bank account. Think of it like this. Imagine you're a millionaire with a giant pile of cash. Would you keep it in a country that's going through a messy divorce with its biggest trading partner? Or would you find a nice, stable economy to park your money in? The answer seems pretty obvious, doesn't it? It's not just about the money, though. It's about the future. Millionaires like to invest in places where they see growth and stability, and right now, the UK is looking about as stable as a house of cards in a hurricane. Not exactly the best environment for attracting wealthy investors. So, yeah, Brexit has definitely thrown a wrench into the UK's economic engine. And unfortunately, it's the millionaires who are jumping ship first, which, let's be honest, is kind of what always happens, isn't it? Let's talk about taxes, baby. Taxes are an inevitable part of life, but they can have a significant impact on where people choose to live, especially the wealthy. Specifically, the UK's taxes on the wealthy. The UK has long been known for its high tax rates, particularly for those in the upper echelons of income. See, the UK has a bit of a reputation for having, shall we say, robust taxes. These taxes are designed to fund essential public services and infrastructure, but they can also be a burden for those who have accumulated significant wealth. And while that's great for funding public services, it doesn't exactly make the UK the most attractive place for millionaires to live. High taxes can be a deterrent for those who have the means to choose where they reside. Imagine you're a millionaire who's worked hard for your money. You've invested wisely, taken risks, and now you want to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've got a yacht, a private jet, and a solid gold toilet brush. Life is good. You have the freedom to travel, to indulge in luxury, and to live life on your own terms. But then you realize that a big chunk of your hard-earned cash is going towards taxes. Taxes that seem to grow larger with each passing year, eating into your wealth. Taxes that might be used to fund things like, I don't know, the NHS. The National Health Service is a vital institution, providing health care to millions, but it requires substantial funding. Suddenly, that solid gold toilet brush doesn't seem so appealing anymore. The allure of luxury fades when you see a significant portion of your income being siphoned off. Now, I'm not saying that taxing the wealthy is a bad thing. In fact, it's necessary for a fair and functioning society. But there's a balance to be struck. If the scales tip too far towards high taxes, the wealthy may start looking for greener pastures. If you tax them too much, they'll simply pack their bags and move to a country with lower taxes. The world is a big place, and there are plenty of options for those with the means to relocate. Places like Monaco, the Cayman Islands, or even just like the south of France. These locations offer not only beautiful scenery, but also more favorable tax conditions. They've got sunshine, croissants, and a much friendlier tax system. What's not to love? The combination of a pleasant lifestyle and lower taxes can be irresistible. So while the UK's high taxes might be well-intentioned, they're also driving away wealthy individuals and their money. This exodus can have a ripple effect on the economy. It's like trying to squeeze a water balloon. You might get some water out, but you'll also make a big mess. The departure of the wealthy can lead to a loss of investment, jobs, and economic activity. When millionaires leave, they often sell their properties, leading to a surplus of high-end real estate on the market. This can drive down property values and affect the local economy. Luxury businesses that cater to the wealthy may also suffer. High-end boutiques, restaurants, and service providers may see a decline in customers, leading to closures and job losses. The broader business community can feel the impact as well. When the wealthy leave, they take their spending power with them, which can lead to a downturn in various sectors. Policymakers need to consider these factors when designing tax policies. Striking the right balance is crucial to ensure that the wealthy contribute their fair share without driving them away. It's a complex issue that requires careful consideration and dialogue. Engaging with various stakeholders, including the wealthy, can help create a more balanced and effective tax system. Ultimately, the goal should be to create a tax system that supports public services, while also fostering a thriving economy. A balanced approach can help retain wealth within the country and promote overall prosperity. By finding the right balance, we can ensure that everyone benefits, from the wealthy to the average citizen. A fair and effective tax system can contribute to a better quality of life for all. So, while high taxes on the wealthy may seem like a good idea, it's important to consider the broader implications. Striking the right balance is key to maintaining a healthy and prosperous society. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the UK's political situation. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride lately, hasn't it? The twists and turns have left many feeling queasy, unsure of what the next loop will bring. Brexit, multiple prime ministers, and more scandals than you can shake a stick at. Each new headline seems to bring another wave of uncertainty. It's enough to make anyone's head spin. The constant changes and unpredictability are disorienting, to say the least, especially if you're a millionaire who values stability and predictability. For those with significant wealth, the stakes are incredibly high. See, millionaires don't like uncertainty. They thrive in environments where they can predict outcomes and plan accordingly. They like to know that their investments are safe and that the government isn't going to suddenly change the rules on them. The fear of sudden policy shifts can be paralyzing. And right now, the UK is about as predictable as the British weather. One moment it's sunny, the next it's pouring rain, which is to say, not at all. This unpredictability extends beyond the weather to the political and economic climate. This political instability creates a climate of fear and uncertainty for investors. The stock market reacts to every piece of news, often with wild fluctuations. They start to wonder if the UK is still a safe place to park their money. The once stable environment now feels like a minefield, and when in doubt, they tend to pull their investments and run for the hills or, Switzerland. The allure of a stable, predictable environment becomes irresistible, wherever they keep their money these days. The exodus isn't just about finding a safe haven, it's about preserving their wealth for future generations. So the UK's political turmoil is definitely a contributing factor to the millionaire exodus. The uncertainty is driving them away in droves. It's like trying to build a house on quicksand. No matter how much money you throw at it, it's not going to end well. The foundation is simply too unstable to support long-term growth. The cracks are starting to show, and it's becoming increasingly clear that without significant changes, the situation will only worsen. Many are already looking elsewhere, exploring opportunities in more stable regions. The search for a new home, both literally and financially, is on. Countries with stable governments and predictable economic policies are becoming the new hotspots for these millionaires. They're seeking places where they can feel secure and confident in their investments. Meanwhile, back in the UK, the storm clouds continue to gather. The political landscape remains turbulent, and the future is anything but certain. As more and more millionaires decide to leave, the UK faces the challenge of rebuilding trust and stability. It's a daunting task, but one that is crucial for the nation's future. The foundation may be shaky now, but with the right efforts and policies, it can be strengthened. The question is, will the UK rise to the challenge? Only time will tell. But for now, the exodus of millionaires serves as a stark reminder of the importance of stability and predictability in building a prosperous future.